Carla, and I have Michael, and Jeff's just appeared for a moment just because we started filming. Today we are going to do a special class on Makarlu for your feet. Now I am going to be doing this class today because I find we're changing seasons. So, you know, it's in the southern hemisphere we're going into autumn, in the northern hemisphere you're going into spring, and that change of season makes a big difference for us with our feet and how our body's working. And remember, this March is maintenance month. So we're going to do some maintenance work for your feet. If you have your Makarlu, we're going to need Makarlu to do this. I want you to get your Makarlu out. Now I'm going to use my Osso, which is part of the Makarlu range. But if you would like to get a stick or a broomstick out, we can do that as well. Just grab it all, get it ready. Michael, can you come up to standing, please? And I'm going to just get everything ready. So the first thing we're going to do, if we can, is just grab the bases of your Makarlu. Now, I have put the bases there to make it a little bit easier, so the contrast of colours. Your sets will match, everything will match, okay? So Michael, what I'm going to get you to do, if we can, is I'm going to get you just to start with your toes just on your bases, okay? Bring your heels together. If you need to, grab your full dome set and just have it there. So you're just going to have heels on the dome and feet on your bases. Okay? So Michael, can you just stand there? Yeah. Now I've obviously put this right next to somewhere you can hang on to. Yeah, good. So Michael, what I want you to do is just press your heels together if you can. So you just squeeze your heels. Okay, now you're just going to, from there, find the pressure equally under your big toe, your little toe, and really feel those points, the big toe, little toe, and the heel are staying connected, okay? Pressing down. And you'll feel there's a little bit of a wobble there, and that's okay. What I want you to do from there, if you can, find your in the ballerina. Keep your heels pressed down, and you're going to start to curl your femurs around. Spiral them around, but keep the pressure on your big toe, and you're going to just do a little ballerina. Find your inner ballerina. Okay? Just find your inner ballerina. Hello, there's somebody else has joined us, so hopefully you can hear us. Good. Now, soften your knees, allow your knees to go down, all the way down, keep the pressure in your toes. Now, when you straighten your legs up, press your heels down into the dome and feel like you're lifting your legs up. Yeah, is that okay? No pain? Just a little? A lot. So, you're just going to come off there now. So the idea is this is just a little way just to get your hips moving. But remember, if you've got some of the extension problems, you're not going to want to do that when I say extension. So, what I'm going to get you to do next is one foot is going to be on one disc and the other foot is going to be on the other disc. So what I'm saying disc, I'm talking your two flat side or your coloured sides of your Makarlu domes. What you're going to do is just press your heel down and see if you can just twist your foot from side to side. Try not to move the heel dome first. We're just trying to, in the old days, we would call this putting out a cigarette. So, one foot. Just heel, there. Just sliding your front foot forward and back. Even smaller, Michael, you don't have to move it so far. Just a little bit. Yeah, we're just trying to get the forefoot of moving that little bit. Is that okay? Now, what you're going to do is keep your front foot still, and you're going to take your heel back and forward. Okay. Again, just a little bit, just trying to get your, really anchoring your front of your foot forward. Okay, so we're just trying to get a little bit of movement in your feet and your tibia. If you can, after you've done that, is that okay?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is feel like you're pulling your toes towards your heels. So you're going to work on creating an arch, and then you're going to squeeze that apart. Pull the feet together, coming up into your thing, and then press them out. So from there, Michael, yep, good. Lifting the area of an arch, good. And back. Just remember the theme of this work is to make sure that your feet are warming up and you're starting to strengthen your feet for the change of shoes. Okay, nice. You want to have a little walk around, see how that feels. Okay, just check it in. Do you feel difference between your feet? Do they feel a bit looser? A little bit tighter? We're going to come and do the same thing on the other side if you can. So part of what we're doing here is a great option for plantar fasciitis, or people developing plantar fasciitis, or when they're, yeah. Nice, Michael. Good work. Back and forward. Just, yep, just a smaller movement. Just make it a little bit more nuanced if you can. So sometimes I'll see people do this with towels, and I find that's okay, but what I find is the toes get scrunched up a little bit, which only makes your calf muscles work just that little bit harder. Okay, just a little bit, and then you're scrunching of your feet, pulling your arches in and out, okay? So hopefully your feet are just starting to warm up just a little bit, and then have a little work around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my base upside down so that the arc is facing upwards. So the idea here is that we're wanting to support the arch that we've just worked on as we stand there. So I'm going to put that there on the supporting leg. I'm going to take my Osso, but if you've got a stick, use your stick. But the Osso's got a particular feature that I'll talk to you about. So what I'm going to get you to do is, and Michael, I'll just show you what I want. If you've got the Osso, put your big toe over the curve, so the rounded bit, and you're just going to roll forward and back. So what's going to happen is that it's along the little side of your pinky toe. You're going to get a little bit massaged only, okay? The outside's there. If you've got just a plain old broomstick, you're just going to roll it along that lateral side, just along your pinky toe. So, press your big toe there. Just really press along there. Now, Michael's got beautiful high arches, and so what we're doing here is working on that lateral side of his foot, because you'll find that people with higher arches will tend to be a lot tighter along the lateral side of their leg, okay? If you've got chunky, flat feet like mine, you end up going to be a lot tighter on the inside part of your leg. Is that okay? So for someone like me, so if you have a flatter foot, I want you to put the big toe down on the inside of the stick and roll the inside part of your foot along. If you've got a higher arch foot, the pressure's going to be on the little toe. Okay, how's that feel? Just use your arch there. So again, it's sort of working on the differences for your feet, okay? There's no one rule. Just rolling along, back and forward. The idea here is that we're really wanting you to release the feet before we start doing too much strengthening work. So it's strengthen, release, It's a little game. We're trying to make sure everything along the chain feels okay. How's that feel, Michael?
That's good.
So just stepping off there now. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to, the Osso is good for this, so your heel is going to go in between the curves. So if you've just got a plain stick, just put the heel on the mid bit, but the curve, you can sort of rest your foot there. What I'm going to get you to do is just roll your foot along the back part of your heel. So what I sort of say is that if you're wearing a pair of boots, the straight line of where that boot is where I want you just to roll just that little bit. And then what you're going to do is see if you can roll that, try and drop the back heel down and curl your foot around towards the floor. So you want to get that nice banana shape. But first of all, just roll your foot first. So Michael, I might just put, if you want to come here. So just roll. Just dig into that little arch. So that's the point, if you think of it, is where your plantar fascia attaches in to your foot. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But it is also that base of your calcaneus, the base of your heel, in which your Achilles tendon and or your calf muscles sort of come into this point. So you're sort of releasing a little bit through the back of the heel as well. And nice, just back and forward. And now, see if you can just take the heel, stop there, feel like the heel's pressing back and down around, and you're trying to curl your foot. So those of you who have used a foot corrector, this has that feel of the foot corrector, okay? And then press that down, and then lift your toes up. Good. Keep the heel down, drop the toes down. Feel your arch working. And nice. One more time. And up. Good. Stepping off. Just have a walk around. Check in before you change sides. Do a little dance. Move around. Just get your feet getting that feeling. So again, on the foot, put the base of your heel down over there. Michael. Rolling your feet back and forward. Just coming around. Making sure your toes press down and up. Nice. Feel the joy? Very good. And up. Now really try and drop that back heel down at the same time that you're doing this. And back. Stepping off there. Okay, have a little walk around. Now remember to always give yourself some time to do the walking around, because it's really nice to give your system an opportunity to calibrate what it's just gone through, okay? Sometimes it can feel a little bit rougher than other times. So Michael, have I broken you yet? No? Okay, good. So what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to take your smallest stone from your Makarlu. So I'm just going to have different coloured ones here, just so that you can sort of see it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to get the inside dome and grab that, okay? I'm just going to put that on your mat, just hip width apart. And when I say hip width apart, remember we're talking not these hips, we're talking more the sense of your sits bones where they are. So just sits bones width apart, and Michael, you can come back there. So you're going to go to your foot, and you're going to stand on those. So remember that little bit before that we talked about the line of the boot, where you were? So we want to go to the very center of that straight line of the boot heel. So can you stand just there? Yeah. Both feet at the same time if you can. Just press into that, okay? Now, let your toes just relax into that, okay? Let your toes relax, let your heel drop down. Just 10 to 20 seconds, it shouldn't be too much, but if it is, tell me. And you're just going to breathe. Now again, we're working at that same point, that plantar fascia point, that tendon attachment point, but we're also working on some of the reflexology points where, so for instance with your gut and your bowel, so when you look at reflexology, they're looking around those points. Michael, now can you lift that up off there and move, still staying on where the line of the boot would be, but bring it medially so that you're right in here of your foot. So you're going to sort of follow the line along that foot of those 3 spots. Yep, good. Just drop there, just stand there and feel the heel is just sinking down again. It may feel uncomfortable. We'll live with that, okay? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea is we're releasing for your plantar fascia. I also find that this series helps release for your calf muscles. You know, saying the Achilles and the calf muscle tendons come in at that point. And when that's released, it helps you also release for your hamstrings. And that's a nice thing, especially if you've got some of that neural tension in your hamstrings and you don't want to go into full stretch. So then, Michael, can you just come to the lateral side? Just there, lateral side there. And then, so just take the time, don't feel to rush. What I'm really looking for here is between 10 to 15 seconds in each of those spots, okay? I'm going to stand next to you. I feel very short. I am short, but you didn't need to highlight it. So, stepping off there, and now if you think of where that line of the boot was, we're going to go back a little bit. So, and we're going to do 3 spots. So if you think this line of the boot was there, you're going to come back towards the middle of the heel. It's normally where the chewing gum gets stuck, and you're just going to stand in that little spot. Just sink into that. Again, this may feel a little less painful. Normally the first little section that people stand on is just extraordinarily painful. Don't want to go there. So just stand there, hold that, 10 to 15 seconds, then we're just going to move to the medial. So a little bit wider. Yep, just there. And just there. Good. Hold it, sink into it. Just take the time. Then when you've done that little spot for about 10 to 15 seconds, you're going to move laterally, okay? So sometimes I call this little series helmet heels. So it's like you're standing on little helmets, those little sharp helmets that I don't know which empire wore them, with the pointy out stick on the top. Whatever they are, they feel like that. And then once you've done that, you're going to go to the very back of your heel, right onto the very outer part, and just stand on that little bit there. Okay. Just holding that there for a good 10 to 20 seconds right on the back part of your foot. It's nice. Just settle into it, okay? And then come off there and just stand there and just have a little walk around when you're ready. So sometimes I like to do the 3 spots at the back of the heel as well. You can, or you can, some people go, oh, just do that 1 spot at the back of the heel because it's not very far. But let's just do the 3 spots just for precision and completion. And then when you're ready, just do that, sink in, and then have your little walk around, check in how that feels for your body. Okay. How's that feel in your hamstrings, Michael?
Yeah. Not sure. No, I'm feeling my feet.
Feel your feet, good. So some of you, you normally have your hamstring testing exercises. Do that. Do a roll down. Do whatever you want, just to see if that's helped you release it. I generally find after I've done that exercise, I'm standing back in my heels a little bit, and I've got that sense of my pelvis is released a little bit, and I feel more connected in that back line. Some people, not so. So Michael, you ready to do a bit more? Okay. So what I'm going to get you all to do, if you've got a chair, or if you don't have a chair, we're going to do this on the floor, straight legged. So Michael, what I'll show you, you can do it here. So I just want you to put your 2 little domes there. I'm just going to do this on the floor to show people. So essentially what you're going to do is grab your 2 small domes, and you're going to find your sits bones and put this just in front of your sits bones. So Michael, can you sit on the chair because you don't have my hamstring length? If that's too low, tell me. So all you're going to do is just sit on that, okay? There, okay? Now,
So on the sit bone?
just in front of the sits bones, just at the hamstring attachment point. So can you bring your feet towards me a little bit more? Now, if you're sitting on a seat, I'm going to get you to think that you get the back of your heel, so where your sock line is, and feel that that's dragging back towards the sits bones. You're not actually dragging the foot, but it's a sense of you're creating a drag, okay? Can you feel that?
Yeah, feel the engagement in the hand.
Yeah, so I want you to do that. If you're standing in long sit like I am, you're going to press your heels down and feel like your knees might bend just a little bit, and you're going to drag your leg back, okay? And really feel that your heel is pressing into the ground. There's a sense of drag. Now understand that if you have a lot of neural tension, a lot of lower back pain, you're probably not going to be sitting in a long sit, but you will be sitting on a chair. I like to do this seated on a chair or the end of the Cadillac, because that's a nice height for a lot of people. So from there, Michael, if you can, feel that there and see if you can start to grow tall, and you might hinge forward just a smidge. I don't want you to, just like you're doing a tiny little Japanese bow. Just there and back. Is that too much? Good. Just go forward and back. When you're on long sit, you're just going to go, you're not going into full spine stretch. You're just going to hinge forward and back, okay? Forward and back. Still feel that your heels are pressing down into the ground, so you're getting that hamstring engagement. If you can, you're then going to do your circles. So what you want to do is find your center line. Your body, the pressure is between your 2 sits bones. What you're going to do is go forward in that line. Then you're going to circle onto your right sits bone and sort of put all the pressure on that right sits bone, and you're just going to do a little circle and then come forward. Then you're going to go forward and then circle around on your left sits bone. So it's like you're making a little figure 8, okay, or an infinity symbol. Just round and back, okay. Going to have this sense of length. Can you do about 4, starting going towards the right, and then 4 starting by going to the left and coming back around, so that you'll do 8 in total, 4 to the right, 4 to the left. That'll be nice and centralist. Take the time. And when you're ready, you can come up to standing. You might feel a bit sore in the hamstring. I find myself loosening a bit in that process. If you're finding you're a bit sore in the hamstrings, so Michael, I'm going to get you to just do this vertically. So I just want you, we've just got a magnetic thing behind us. This is why I like to use the magnetic wall. I'm just going to get you to put your glute on there. Yep. If you've got a pebble, I sometimes just hang that over here as well. So that's like a magnetic wall as well. But if you can do this lying down as well. I kind of like to do it vertically for a lot of people. So Michael, you're going to do that vertically. If you're sitting on the ground or sitting on a stool, you just take your outer domes. Like you can have all 3 domes in there if you like, but I'm just going to put 1 dome there, and you're just going to either sit on it like that or stand against it. Just short, get your hip there, and then you're just going to do a little knee drop. Okay? Just a nice little knee drop. Back and forward. How's that feel, Michael?
That's right.
If you can, you do your knee drop and your legs slide. It's a bit harder when you're standing up. But didn't someone put their toys away? Were they in your way? So your little leg circle. Just try to release through the hip, but at the same time that you're doing that, you're giving your soleus a little opportunity to, so you're releasing through the glute, and as you stretch that leg out, you've got a chance to open out through the soleus that little bit more. Really nice to help release not only through your hip, but also just releasing into your back a little bit as well, because remember your soleus attaches to your vertebra. So remember, out, glute connection, piriformis, slide your leg out, make it look pretty, Michael, and then back, okay? And then you can do your other leg, okay? Now, I realise that you're probably thinking, well, that wasn't just feet. I'm going, well, yes it is. It's your feet bringing yourself right up the chain that is your lower leg. And we want the whole lower leg working better. The better your feet work, the easier it is for your hips to work. We'll be doing some more classes with Makarlu over the next few months, so keep an eye out and we'll give you some more ideas, not just for the lower limbs. There's so much you can do for your spine, your neck, your jaw, hands and shoulders. Thank you and enjoy.